Hello, my name's Luke Angstadt, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about why civilizations eventually devolve into tyrannies and how it's the responsibility of the individual to build and maintain a free society. And I'm going to talk about how we go about doing that. But I find the best place to start this conversation is with Plato. Now, 2,500 years ago, in Book 8 of Plato's Republic, Plato was talking about how as societies become more and more free, there grows a superabundance of choices within that society. And it is due to this superabundance of choice that the collective unconscious of a society actually becomes overwhelmed with the burden of freedom. And it is because the responsibility of freedom is such a heavy responsibility, the collective unconscious actually demands a tyranny. Now, as Plato was brainstorming ways to build the perfect society, call it utopia, he came up with this idea of the philosopher king. Now, the philosopher king would have been, say, the best of Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi, Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, Napoleon, and in his free time, he would have been able to nurse sick puppies back to health. Now, the idea of the philosopher king, he's not coming. He was never here, and he's never going to rule us. Because ultimately the problem on this planet is that, and for all of history, is that the nation state as an institution, government as an institution, has been manipulating the perception of humanity for eons. And why do they do that? What is the point of this control system that we see, this surveillance Big Brother system? It is to maintain and extend power. It is for the will to power. And I'm quoting Nietzsche there, and I believe it's always best to give credit to people's ideas if they're not your own. But this ultimately, it boils down to a will to power. So, without getting into a long, lengthy digression on the will to power, I'm just going to offer you the solution up front. So you have two alternatives. You either have top-down rule, whether it's at the state level or the national level or the global level, and we see what that's done to the world. We see that's where that's brought us today. Or you have the other alternative. And that other alternative is self-governance. It is common law, natural law, God's law. It is government of the people, for the people, by the people. Now, how does that work, and why is that the solution? Well, first of all, in the last episode I talked about artificial intelligence and how artificial intelligence today has the capability to simulate reality with such precision and sophistication that our five senses don't know the difference between what is simulated and what is fake and what is real. So just to recap again, that means that all information that we receive from our smartphones, a computer, a TV, a movie, the radio, is suspect. We can't trust it. And we know that because every time we pull out our phones and look at the next article, it's crazier than the last one. So what is the alternative? Again, I'm circling back to this again as I did in the previous episode. That is, we have to build and nurture relationships at the local level with our local community, with our neighbors, our friends, our family, the people that we can see, again, hug, communicate with, we can hear them, we can sit down, we can break bread, we can have dinner with them, and that is how we build our society again, and that is through common law. And what that basically boils down to is this. It recognizes that we as human beings, we all have character flaws and personality flaws. We all have them. And the main thesis statement of common law is that we recognize that. And when a problem arises, when a conflict arises, with whether it's our neighbor or somebody across the street or anything, the basic premise of it is that in order to find a resolution, we go to the person who either injured us or our personal property. We come at them with love in our hearts, peacefully, with no malice, trying to find a peaceful resolution. And we as a society, according to common law, that is the basis of common law. looking for resolutions to problems peacefully. That is the solution. Big brother, big government, World Health Organization, the European Union, this global government, I mean, just forget about it. We see what it's brought the world to. The answer is common law, natural law, God's law. Thank you for your time today, and there will be more to follow. Have a good one.